Hey there, it's Brittany, and I'm back today with a new project using dressed up buttons. I have several different types. The ones that we're for sure using today will include these tiny round Halloween buttons. Aren't those so cute? Orange, yellow, black, and purple. We're also going to use a pack of the micro mini round black. We're going to use some of the Nightmare Before Christmas buttons, and this guy's called, I think he's called Oogie Boogie, but I could be wrong about that. I haven't watched that video in that movie in a very long time. We're going to use some little glass vials you can get them at the craft store, you can get them at the dollar store. I'm just going to use a couple different shapes and sizes today. You're going to need some water. And then you're also going to need some mica powder. So I just have this is old like makeup mica powders. You can get craft mica powders, whatever you have. You could use glitter, but the mica powders are going to be really what kick this project off. And then I just kind of have some ribbon and string and a couple things to help us tie in the Halloween feel. I also grabbed a couple elements from the latest Magical Mystery bead box. I have this little charm hand and a couple beads. I don't know if we'll be using them, but they might be cute. So my goal today is to make 3 at least. We're gonna make potions. So, and by potions I mean faux potions. They're gonna be like Halloween decorations to put on like a bookcase or just on the corner of a table or something. You know, those little final touches while you're decorating your house. It's not gonna be a big item, but it's gonna create a big impact. So the first one I'm gonna use today, I already have a little bit of water in there, but it's not as much as we're gonna need. I have my first little bottle. And I think this one came from the dollar store. I have some other ones that came from the regular craft store, just in the glass aisle. I am going to grab some mica powders. I'm going to get the green. I think the green is the one that I want to go with. And then I am going to just take my mica powder, and you want to be very careful because this stuff gets everywhere. And a little is going to go a long way. I'm going to take a little bit, and this is one of my crafting tools for polymer clay or regular clay too, but you know, whatever you can to use a little shovel to put some mica powder in our little bottle. And we can add as much or as little as we'd like. I'm going to add that much. Believe me, a little goes a long way. That would probably do my makeup for a week, just as much as I put in there right then. Then I'm going to close my jar, and I'm going to carefully fill up my little jar with water. I'm going to leave a little bit at the top, a little bit of air at the top. Okay. If that's too much for you for your project, you can pour it back out, but I think it should be okay for us. I'm going to be able to tell once I put that cork back in. And once we're finished, I would recommend using wax or hot glue or even E6000 to secure this into the jar so it doesn't come out again. And I'm going to shake that up, and then look at that. Isn't that a fun, like, really cool potion that you can just sit out and people can play with? This is definitely like a fidget spinner for the Halloween. I feel like it's just like a cool thing that we can play around with and always look at the wonderful swirls going on in there. And now we've got some cool bubbles hanging out. Yeah, definitely really cool. Another thing that I have that we're going to use are some letter stickers. These just came from the craft store. You can make your own labels. You can create some vintage looking like potion labels. I just grabbed some stickers from the craft store, and I'm going to put this potion or ingredient is what I'm going to call it. And I'm going to put frog's breath on there because I don't know. I think saw that was from the movie. So I'm just going to kind of plan that out. Put this on my jar. And it doesn't have to be like super uniform because we want to give it that medieval feel almost. You can also wait till you're finished with decorating the bottle to put the water in. I was so excited about the effect that I really wanted to show you that first. We're gonna put an apostrophe on here. For the breath part, I'm going to start in the middle because now we know where frogs is, but I want it to be centered. So the E and the A are the center of the word breath. So we're going to put those right underneath the O in frogs. Okay, so that's so neat. I love it. I love it so much. So now we're going to decorate. I'm going to grab, I really love this guy for this project. So I'm going to grab him, have some wet ribbon, and it's got like, it's sheer polka dot. I love this ribbon. I'm going to tie some of this around my bottle neck. Just like this. Create a knot. Just like that. And we'll knot it again. Well, finish the knot, I should say. Okay. And then I am going to leave those kind of fraying out for a minute, and I'm going to hot glue my button to the center of our knot there. Now I'm going to cut off the shank. I'm going to cut the shank off the back using some clippers. You can use scissors, you can use nail clippers, anything sharp enough to get that little plastic tab off the back. And then I have my hot glue. Just going to kind of put it, actually I'll put it on the knot so I know it's right where I want it. And this is the hot glue, not the low temp. This is the high temp. And then I'm just gonna kind of put him on there. Hold him right on there until it dries. And then I am going to kind of snip my ribbon. And I'm going to try and fray it a little bit because I want it to look a little old. So we'll see if I can get it to fray. If not, it's perfectly fine not frayed. There we go. You can use hemp, you can use washi tape, whatever you'd like, and then we'll shake that up again. Get them going, and it's just adorable. So cute, super easy, last minute little decoration for your table, for your bookcase, for your plant stand. Just adorable. So there's one. We're gonna do more. For this one, let's use this one, and then we'll make red, but I'm gonna decorate it before we kind of get into that. And this one I'm gonna write toxic on it, so it's a poison instead of a potion. And I'm gonna do it in all capital letters because we want people to know, don't drink this, or do. Maybe it's the potion that you want to give your enemy at Halloween. Okay, so you can put those a little bit closer if you'd like. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm going to scoop in some of my mica powder. Got a nice red. And then we'll pour the water in. And this one looks a little bit more ominous than the last one. Oh, I love it. That is so much fun. And I just love seeing that mica swirling in the water. Toxic. I love to see like some really fun labels on here too. So to decorate this one, we'll kind of go in the same direction. However, I'm going to use a different button. Okay, for this one, I think we're going to go with the grinning, or smirking, I should say, Jack Skellington. I really like this one. And I think I'm going to go with some cord this time. I'm going to go with some black hemp cord, and I'm just going to unwind it. And I'm just going to wrap a ton around this jar. Okay, so I'm going to start off by wrapping it around once and doing a little knot to get it started. Okay, we'll leave this guy hanging out over here, and I'm just going to keep going around and around until it gets to the amount that I want around the top here. You can use any kind of cord. You can use ribbon again. You can use, just twine, whatever you'd like. I'm just going to get a lot of that hemp around there. And then cut this off. That's about enough around there. I love how that looks. And then I'm just going to quickly tie these two together. I think we're going to end up gluing on the button again because I want to make sure that it doesn't point down. And if we tie it on, he might go the wrong direction. Okay, so I like having these two little pieces hang out. Something you could think about is making some of these for Valentine's Day and making them into love potions. If you have bright red instead of dark red. Oh my gosh, that's going to be so great. Okay, I'm going to cut the shank off of this one. I'm going to put some hot glue right here. And I don't know if you can see it, but we had some steam coming off of that glue. And then I'm just going to plop my button right on that hot glue right there. There we go. So we have our little Jack and our little, I think his name is Oogie Boogie. But see how it settles? And then you shake it up. And it's a magic potion. Oh my gosh, these are so cool. I can't wait to put these in my kitchen. I cannot wait. Okay, so the other two items that I wanted to make, one was just, I have a jar of glass glitter and I haven't used it in a while. And I just thought this would be super cute to tie a little button on. And I have Sally and I just thought she was so sweet. You know, I think I'm going to tie her onto the silver. So I thought, hey, why not, if I'm not using this as a decoration, as a decoration on my projects right now, I could just use this as a decoration in my studio. So I am going to grab some red string, and this is just waxed cotton. So I'm going to just do kind of the same thing I did with the jack button, but this time I'm going to keep wrapping. I'm going to put a little dot of glue, and I'm just going to keep wrapping around the bottle. So I'll put the glue right there. We'll start that off by just putting that in the glue. And then I'm just going to wrap around the bottle until I am satisfied with how that looks while covering up that glue. Okay. And I am just going to put a little dab. I'm going to cut this really quickly. I'm going to cut off her shank. Put a dab of glue right over the one that was already on there. Kind of incorporate our end there. Put Sally right on the twine. And then there we go. It's super cute, so fast, and it kind of upgrades a project that I already had, or a product that I already had. And like I said, we're going for huge impact with little things. This is going to go on my bookcase downstairs with my plants. It's so cute. And then I could make like a whole family of them using Jack, using Zero, using little tiny buttons. Another thing we can do, we're going to use these little tiny round Halloweens and a micro mini black set. So I used two of these, two of the tiny round Halloweens, one micro mini black, and I filled up a little bottle. Okay. And I'm thinking of this as like ingredients again to go with the frog's breath. So we can put these next to each other. Just super cute. Something that I think would be really adorable. Just when somebody comes in and looks and sees your little projects that you've seen, and they think, oh, you know what? That's the cutest little thing I've ever seen. Well, maybe I can do that for Halloween. So for this one, since the decorations are the buttons themselves, and I'm thinking they look like little candy pieces, I'm going to do what we did with the first, with the Jack Skellington one. I'm just going to tie it around the top. Tie a knot. And I think we can put a little tag would be super cute on here. I made a little tag out of a piece of cardboard. I'm just gonna put Eye of Newt on there, and you can put whatever you'd like to be your ingredient. And then I'm gonna poke a hole in the tag. I don't have a hole punch by me. This is a jewelry punch. Okay, I'm going to thread that on. And then I'm just going to tie a knot. So instead of decorating the outside of the bottle, we decorate the inside of the bottle with these adorable little buttons. I'll just trim that, and then we'll trim this side. Silly cute. I love it. So adorable. And then, you know, we just have our little buttons hanging out. And then last but not least, I am going to do one more, and I'm going to put some black mica in a bottle. And this bottle I've already decorated, and I was kind of saving it for last because I just thought it was so adorable. We have a little bottle, and I glued on a bunch of the tiny buttons to the bottom. I used some clear gel tacky glue, and I hit it with a heat gun really quickly. I didn't want to melt the buttons, just to get it to set. But I thought that was really cute if we didn't want to use, you know, just twine or something like that at the top. So I'm going to take my mica powder, and I have to be super careful with this one because this is a teeny tiny bottle. I don't think we need too much because the bottle's so much smaller. Now getting the water in here without spilling will be the trick. Okay, so we'll put that little stopper in and we'll shake. And we have a black potion. I love this one. I love all of them. We've got a cute little decoration around the bottom. I'm gonna grab another jack button and I'm gonna cut him, I'm gonna snip off the shank. So I cut the shank off the back of Jack, and because it's glass and it's just not, it's not porous enough for the hot glue to work, I'm gonna grab some E6000, which will work on glass, and the button. And I'm just gonna put a tiny bit on the back of Jack. And also it seems that the tacky glue is working as well. Hot glue just is not the best for attaching the plastic to the glass. I'm going to take my Jack and I'm going to stand him on top of two buttons like that and just hold them in place for a minute. He's so regal. He looks so great there. And look, he's got like a little heart from his tie and his suit. I love that. I love it. You know what? I meant to use this guy, so I think we're going to use this. I think we're going to add it to our toxic. So I'm going to let him dry for a minute in the background. I'm going to grab actually some more string. Put both ends through my charm. Actually, get those together a little bit more than that. Make a knot here. Just like that. I'm gonna do one more knot. And then I'm going to tie this around the top of my bottle. Gonna clip this guy. Clip these in the back. There we go. I love that little bit of extra with the hand in there. I just love it. So cute. All right, so we have two potions, so a toxic, maybe a poison instead of a potion. And then we have frog's breath I think Frog's Breath is my favorite for sure. Then we have a cute little Eye of Newt using our little candy buttons. We have our little Sally glitter. These are all going to be so cute together. And then we have our Jack, who also has a potion inside if we shake it up. So great. I love it. I love it. These have made me so happy, and I'm just so excited to add them to my collection. I'm going to put him aside and let him dry overnight with that E6000 on it. And I cannot wait for Halloween now. I've been in Halloween mode for probably a month and a half, but this is definitely a really fun project. Let me know which one you liked, and I hope you got some Halloween inspiration. Thanks to Dress It Up for having me back, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.